sons, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is October 7th, 2022. It is 1:42 a.m. This is video number 2. Alright, so there's a lot of tweets to share. Let's get going. It's regarding the lawsuit that was filed yesterday, October 6th, regarding Prince Harry, Elton John, and all those people. Alright, so let's get going. This is Peter Hunt, another good journalist. I believe let's see. He former BBC correspondent and presenter, commentator on constitutional and royal issue for outlets including LBC and all sort of things. All right, and I'm following him. All right, the dividing line in the House of Windsor over how to handle the British media is now a chasm. Prince Harry is taking legal action against the Mirror, the Sun, and the Mail. The King's newest senior advisor worked for the Mail title for 2 decades. Wow. The King's. So that person works for Charles. Newest senior advisor worked for the Mail title for 2 decades. Oh my God. All right. I'm gonna read that article. Okay, Doreen Lawrence, Prince Harry, and other launched legal action against Daily Mail publisher. All right, so that's that person. It's part of the lawsuit, and they team up with Harry. All right, let's go into it, and then I'll come back out and read some of the comments. And the link of the article will be in the description. Okay, Doreen Lawrence and Prince Harry and other launched legal action against Daily Mail publisher. Okay, Doreen Lawrence, when was that? October 6th, so that was yesterday. Doreen Lawrence and Prince Harry are among a list of famous figures launching legal action against the publisher of the Daily Mail over the alleged misuse of their private information, including accusation relating to the placing of listening devices in private homes. Sir Elton John and David Furnish, Liz Hurley, and Sadiq Frost have also issued claims. Their lawyers issue a statement claiming they have a compelling and highly distressing evidence they have been the victim of abhorrent criminal activity and gross breaches of privacy by Associated Newspaper. Almost the same information that I read on the other article, I think Byline, but they put in their own words. The group claimed this could be the tip of the iceberg, and there may be many more alleged victims after the legal papers were filed at the High Court in London on Thursday. The group allegation of illegal activity involving the publisher The Mail and Mail on Sunday and Mail Online include 1. Hiring of private investigators to secretly place listening devices inside people's cars and home, the commissioning of individuals to surreptitiously listening into and record people's live private telephone calls while they were taking place, the payment of police officials with allegedly corrupt links to private investigators for sensitive inside information, the impersonation of individuals to obtain medical information from private hospitals, clinics, and treatment centers by deception, the accessing of bank accounts, credit histories, and financial transactions through illicit means of manipulation. Wow. I mean, I read this already, and this list that I just read here, it's sad when you really process it. Lady Lawrence's decision to start legal action against the newspaper group is particularly notable given the Daily Mail led a campaign for her son's killers to be brought to justice. Wow, that's one heck of betrayal. The UK is good at that. They do that in many great huge level. Okay, on one infamous front page, the newspaper ran the headline "Murderers" above pictures of 5 men they accused of killing Stephen Lawrence in a racist attack in 1993. Okay, let's see how long this is. Okay, after the Mail accuses these men of killing. If we are wrong, let them sue us. Wow. The newspaper said in 2022, 2 of the men were found guilty of the murder, prompting a review of the Metropolitan Police, which concluded that the force was institutionally racist. The Mail has regularly held up its work on the case as a triumph of campaigning journalism. The former editor, Paul Dacker, took an interest in the story after realizing Stephen Lawrence's father never had been working as a decorator on his house. Very interesting. It is understood the allegation brought by Lawrence include information gathering about her family, and associates before the Mail supported the family with their "Murderers" headline. Specific articles published by the Mail about the Lawrence case are said to have been examined by Lawrence lawyers as the sources of the information contained in them. Alright, I'm gonna stop here. Alright, and the link, like I said, the link will be in the description. You guys could finish read it. Alright, there's more to it, but let me move on. Okay, let's read some of the comments here. Prince Charles owes allegiance to UK tabloid because his destiny depends on good press. But the thing is that I've said this so many times in many other videos. His allegiance should have been with the people. If you are sided with the people, okay, you do the right thing, the people will back you up. Okay, so, and this is not surprised that his allegiance is with the paper, because I stumble. I don't know what I was searching for, but I was searching for something, and I stumbled on a paper, on an article, not paper, but the article, digital, okay, digital article of him taking William to parties when when William was late teen, early 20s or something like that. So he was training the other one to be like that, to associate himself with these people. All right, so it's not a surprise. Okay, he knows monarchy is outdated and redundant, so he needs dirty tabloid to lie to the people about his importance. And the other thing as well, like I said, if he had, all he had to do is be with the people. I truly believe he could have been, if he had used or if he understood his position, he could have used it for good. I'm sure that if he had done the right thing, the people would have been behind him. Where we would say, yes, okay, we don't mind you being in the position that you are. Okay, but he's doing some shitty stuff. All right. That have too much dirt on William and Chuck. Remember when Nigel Farage sent his warning shot? Then the following week, Murdoch exposed his cash for honor scandal. Yeah, and the other thing, when Charles was saying something about sending people to, what was that country, somewhere in Africa, where they were gathering refugees going to what's the country? I forgot the name of the country. And then I think it was him. I have a screenshot of it. I'll look it up. I think it was him who told Charles to shut up. Okay. Maybe this is it. Yeah, this is it. That was it. Unless Prince Charles wants to destroy the monarchy, he had better shut up fast. Yeah. Yep. That was that. Let's see here. That's why the heir and their wives are doing everything to be members of the tabloid family. Okay, they have an invisible contract with the tabloid. And this is why Harry was saying, you know, they are trapped. Yeah, because the tabloid have so much dirt on them. And the worst thing is, you will think if they catch one dirt about them, they will stop. No, they continue. They continue with their nonsense. So the dirt keep on piling. All right. They have got nothing anymore on Prince Harry. Simple. That's right. Hopefully, we will get to find who leaked Meghan's medical records to Valentine's Law. Isn't that criminal offenses? And who leaked to them Wooten the Sussexes plan to leave the firm? Let's see here. Where are you getting this idea that medical records were leaked? No records were leaked. Okay, I'm not aware of it. So if the squad knows something, they know something. But this, for me, myself, I'm not aware of it. Okay, there's that. William. And you know this 100%. How? Or are you speculating? I don't know anything about that, so I'm not gonna say anything. Okay, the royal family seems to have a very close relationship with this tabloid. Must be the invisible contract. Let's see here.
But I will give you this. I'll give you this credit. It's not really credit, but it's like
this is 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
Semi-sympathy. I think you were frightened of falling out with, for instance, Murdoch, because at that time you still probably thought he could get you elected. But more importantly, this is the sinister business. There's an individual threat going on. MPs were terrified individually of taking on any of the tabloids, but especially anything from News International.
And the worst thing is the people know that. The people, they know that. The people who vote, they know that, but yet they continue. Oh my Lord. And I was shocked to see that election that happened. I keep on calling recently, but it's been what, a year and a half, if not more, where the Tories got majority of the seats.
I mean, the prime example being when there was the select, culture and whatever it is, select committee in 2003. No, it was the later one, I think, 2006-9, when they tried to bring Rebecca Brooks in to see them, and she refused, and they asked again, and she refused, and they kept asking, and finally the message got through to the select committee: if you make me come, I will destroy your personal lives. And they backed off, terrified. Wow. And that's what MPs have been. They've been, on an individual basis, absolutely terrified. It was our
so that's why they, okay, I guess this is my answer here. They're gathering information about anybody. So when they need to do something, they could use it against them. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Yeah, but with Harry, they use everything, so he has nothing to lose anymore.
Or Chris Bryant at that same select committee, who asked Rebecca Brooks the question, have you ever paid the police? And when she made her terrible gaffe and said yes. And 6 months later, what happens? Chris Bryant is outed by The Sun as being gay. You know, this is a protection racket, and it should not be called anything else. And these are supposed to be our lawmakers.
Okay. Wow. That's a very, very, very intelligent talking here, not just an actor who's reading script, because I know a lot of people tend to think, oh, if this is an actor, they don't know anything. This was a very intelligent talking here, descriptive of everything. All right, so there's Harry here.
So I'm acutely aware of where my family stand and how scared they are of the tabloids turning on them.
Turning on them for what? They're the royal family.
Yes, but it's there is this invisible what's termed or referred to as the invisible contract behind closed doors between the institution and the tabloids. UK
Wow.
tabloids.
This is why they piss at him for the Oprah interview. Now this is out. Harry is like, my goodness, I'm done with you people. Wow.
Also,
Well, it is to simplify it, it's a case of if you as a family member are willing to wine, dine, and give full access to these reporters, then you will get better press.
what do you care about better press if you're royal?
I think everyone needs to have some compassion for them in that situation.
Wow. When you listen to it, oh, there's more. All right. Prince Harry will have been delighted to see that among those present at his grandmother's funeral were Lord Rothermere and Rebecca Brooke after an embarrassing amount of lobbying. Wow. I didn't watch the funeral. Whatever clip that I have that I've shared on my videos, that's all I know. I use the clips just to put the videos together. Let's see here. The Duchess of Cornwall opened the Daily Mail Chalk Valley History Festival. Okay, you could read this. I think I read this in one of my videos. Okay, Daily Mail exclusive Kate's Cutie 2020 with the family's own gorgeous snap. Using the kids. Princess Diana, protect them. They don't know. They don't know any better. Those pictures don't prove anything. Okay. These are positive press. If you compare it to some of the headlines they put about Meghan, you'll see it. Okay. Let's see here. Yes, it does. They regularly host dinner parties for Murdoch royal rats. It does speak volume. Okay. Prince Charles and Camilla hired Daily Mail executive top posts. Alright. So there's all of that. Being with them and all of this. Wow, when people are looking for fame and all of this, sometimes there's a price to be paid. I'm like, Harry was like, nah, I don't want to be part of this. Okay, exact. Certain journalists, that's in French, they were invited to the Queen's funeral. Family members hang out with the owner of the Daily Mail. Alright, so there's that again. The royal family is publicly aligning themselves with these horrible British media owners. What does that tell the world? Well, for one, they will tell you what you see is not what it is. I had someone who went on my IG post telling me what I saw in the video is not what it is. Where when people were putting flowers outside one of those palaces, and then when William, Kate, Meghan, and Harry came in one car to look at the flowers, and then when they left in one car. William was driving, so I made reference with that William was driving the car. Someone came and told me what I saw is not what it is, so I should make the correction. And I said, why should I make the correction when what I saw is what it is? So I went and take some screenshot or whatever, and I sort of mentioned it in one of my videos. Okay, well, this is King Henry IX re-emergence. Okay, Harry chose freedom from corrupt journalism. The best move, King Harry. I did say in one of my old videos, at some point, people in the UK are not gonna trust no one of great position. They're gonna prefer Harry. Because Harry is the only, well, I'm not saying, now that we saw the group of people who filed the lawsuit, but people at that high level, okay, and the institution as the monarch, part of that, they will call on him to somewhat restore. They will only trust him. Alright, because look at him right now. Most people, like his family, where they're not being attacked by the press, most likely will align themselves with it because it, they're not causing them any pain. But Harry is, when you're in the middle of a jungle, you have a machete in your hand, you want to make path, you have the machete, you swinging your machete to make a way. All right, so this is that. Harry is going through it when he could have just easily and sit back and enjoy the privileged life. if it is, but that life is tormented, you know. All right, let's go to the next tweet. There's more comment, but let's see here. Let's see. Charles and Camilla are in bed with them. This hopefully will show that royals were doing this to Meghan. Of course. Okay, William is way in bed with Daily Mail and then Charles. Well, both of them, because Charles teach William with that article that I stumbled by accident. Yeah, Charles was taking William at a very young age to mingle with the press, thinking that this is the best way to move forward. When Harry is processing and say, wait a second, you were going through some pain. Why would you make me go through the same pain that you were going through? That doesn't make sense. The best thing is to whatever pain you went through, make sure your kids don't go through it, which he said in the Me You Can See. For some reason, every time I put some clips from Me You Can See, I'm being flagged. Next tweet. Okay, it's not a good day for the drab four, is it? There's that. Let's see here. Grenade said no to new Prince of Wales. Authority votes against another investiture. Says title should be abolished. 6 October 2022. Alright, I do not have that article link. It's just screenshot. Okay, I guess we could search that title. It probably will pop up. The local authority where Charles was crowned Prince of Wales has voted against an investiture for his son William and said that the title itself should be abolished. Councillors of Grenade voted by 46 votes to 4 to declare their opposition to the Councillors of Grenade voted by 46 votes to 4 to declare their opposition to the continuation of the title of Prince of Wales and against holding another investiture in Wales. 4 councillors abstained. Abstained. It comes after a petition against continuing with Prince of Wales title is now attracted more than 3,500 signatures. Wow. It's almost like what they were trying to do to Harry. Oh my God. You see, when they say, whew, that's truly a karma here. They made petition. I guess it was fake petition. A few. Maybe there are some who really want Harry and Meghan to lose their title. But those groups who were trying to make noise with Harry losing his title, but there's this one here. Okay, when meeting members of the public on her visit to Northern Ireland, the Princess of Wales was challenged by a woman who suggested Kate was not in her own country. Oh my Lord. Oh, I was watching one of the Squad's podcast live stream yesterday. She has that video. Oh my God. It's one of the Squaddies. I don't have that video, but I saw it. Yesterday I had some time, so I snapped on. She had that live stream, so I happened on to see what she's talking about. Alright, for support. We have to support one another. Alright, next tweet. Spotlight they ask, spotlight they get. That's what I put. They wanted the spotlight. And this is the thing that I'm saying. These people are doing shady stuff. But they want the spotlight. But when the spotlight comes, everything is revealed. Okay, not a good day for them, but a great day for us. Okay, chill. I love mess. Okay, this one I like it. It's second. It's so funny. It's so funny. There's that, and let me read this, and then that's it. They know how the people felt about the Prince of Wales title. That's why Charles gave it to them so quickly. William knows it too. That's why William and Kate do the quick pop-up visit to the locals. We'll have less time to organize protest. If they are getting this kind of attention locally, I wonder what sort of attention they will get outside UK. Things are changing rapidly. Yep. There's one video that thumbnails that I did, and I think I said storm is I'll put the thumbnail, thumbnail of it as I'm recording. Now we out of that Daily Mail soon. Okay, so this was very interesting. Okay, and I thought I'd share it. Alright, this is Umid. Until Iran is free, our fury will be bigger than the oppressors. Until the women of Iran are free, we are going to stand with you. That was a quote. The powerful Mohammed Abir al-Shala. Okay, so I know I'm pronouncing wrong. I'm apologizing. Abir al-Sahal. Lani, okay, a Swedish member of EU Parliament, cut her hair to stand in solidarity with anti-regime protesters in Iran. There's a lot of things going on in Iran right now. A lot. There's schoolgirls who's removing their, how do they call this? Their jihad. What's that thing they put over their hair? I forgot how you call it. All right, but let's listen. So a lot of things going on. Basically, this is how it started, okay, with Iran thing, to give you a perspective, because a lot of the videos that they have, it's I'm pretty sure YouTube will not allow it. The thing is that there was a young lady where in Iran, police had, I forgot the interaction between the young lady and the police, and she ended up dead. Okay, so people got really upset about it, and they went out and protest. And there was one video I showed, but I stopped in between to show certain clips of it, because if I let it play out completely, I know YouTube will have issues with it. So women are going out and protest, and they want to remove their head thing, scarf, and stuff like that. So this is how it started. And in one video, I made a comparison with this, with what happened in Egypt, when that merchant was being harassed by one of those authorities or whatever it is, and then he set himself on fire. And then we had the Arabs, how do they call it? Something Spring, Arab Spring. And then all the Middle Eastern people, majority, not all, majority of people went and protest and all of that. And things happened in Syria, but the guy's still there due to help of Russia and stuff like that. If you guys pay attention, you know. All right. So I see that same parallel is happening here. Okay. May not be the exact same thing, but similarly. So let's see how this goes moving forward. Okay, right now Russia is in a huge mess by himself. At that time before, Russia was at peace. They were not at war, because right now Russia is at war with Ukraine. But when the Arab Spring happened, with the ripple effect, where people taking out to the street, and in Syria and all these other places, but the people could have won their, I'm talking in terms of Syria right now, could have won whatever it is that they were fighting for with the help of the US. But Russia came in, and, you know, if you pay attention, you will know. All right. So, and Syria's president or dictator, whichever you want to call him, is still there. What's his name? I forgot his name. All right. And I think his wife or something is half British or something like that. All right. So the parallel is happening here again, with now this one is taking place in Iran. Okay. But with women. Let's it's 1 minute and 12 seconds. Let's listen.
Shown by the women in Iran. Persian, Azeri, Kurdish women are paying the ultimate price for freedom, their lives. A courage that has not been met by you, Mr. Borrell, when you didn't take the opportunity during the General Assembly in the UN and took a stand for the women in Iran.
Wow.
Enough for the press releases now. Enough for the mumbling.
This is the thing here that Meghan is trying to, I'm not saying Meghan spoke about Iran issues. I'm not saying that. But something she said here where the guy had a chance to speak up about it. He didn't say anything. There you have here another woman is sticking up for women. Okay? We have to band together in order for us to, all of the women around the world, be free wherever they are. Okay? From men oppression. And then we see here in the US, a lot of people are not really paying attention. They're grabbing back. They're removing, restricting women's right and all of this. So it's going worldwide. And this is another reason why I said 2020 election was very important. It was very crucial. And the midterm election, this is what will set things apart. Okay? We will see how the midterm election in the US goes, because it's almost similarly to what happened in 2010 with President Obama. If we get the same result. Okay? So we are at a very critical moment right now. If people go out and vote and choose the right people to support Biden, then we will, that shackle that they put on Obama, all right, to prevent his agenda from moving forward, then we will repeat the same thing again. But if people go out and vote intelligently with know who each candidates are, who are for progress, okay, it doesn't really have to be, well, I guess in this day and age, yeah, it has to be Democrat, because majority of the Republicans show their faces, who they are. So you better believe them. So pretty much democratically, you should vote for, well, not should, but, you know, pay attention, that's all, because they are more about moving forward, progress. All right, so let's continue.
It's time to speak out. It's time to act. The hands of the regime of the mullahs in Iran is stained with blood. Neither history nor Allah or God Almighty will forgive you for the crimes against humanity that you're committing against your own citizens.
Yeah.
We, the peoples and the citizens of the EU, demand the unconditional and immediate stop of all the violence against the women and men in Iran.
And the thing is, why this is very important to Europe, because I've said this before, and we're seeing the same thing happening over, and I'm repeating myself. When these countries, Middle Eastern, whichever, your respective countries, is at peace, guess what? You will not have refugees. So if everybody stay in their respective places, okay, I could understand people go visit, tourism and all of that, bring money into the country, and then they go back home. Then you don't have to deal with refugee. So this is very crucial to Europe and pretty much every other country, because when these people are not safe in their homeland, everybody wants safety. They want everything that you would want for your own children. Okay? Food, shelter, and a bright future, and all of that. All of them, they want the same thing too. But if their homeland is preventing them from living their life the way they should, so they have to go to a place where it's safe. And then, guess what? Then it's a burden to the next country that they move into. Okay? So it matters. So they should do something about that. All right, so let's continue.
Until Iran is free, our fury will be bigger than the oppressors. Until the women of Iran are free, we are going to stand with you. Jian, Azadi, women, lives.
I guess women lives matter. Wow. Okay, let's see here. We must be strong in our support. This fight against oppression in Iran by the women and girls of Iran is all of our fight. Yeah. That's why every Persian woman, Iranian woman that I have ever met in person resemble this. Yep, that's true. Powerful, honest, compelling, and brave. We need to stand with them, and I always will. Okay, enough for the mumbling. It's time to speak out. It's time to act. Okay, powerful and courageous, standing with Iranian women, fighting for freedom, silence no more. We need to make this a bigger story. Yeah, and then they arresting some journalists who did put this information out, because they didn't want those stories that's going on in Iran to be out of the country, because this is what you get. People like me and other people will know it, and then there it is, right in the EU place, they knowing about it. Okay, well, this is how to be an ally. Everyone must speak up against the oppression in Iran. There's a cry, there's this, freedom to the girls and men of goodwill in Iran. All right, so that's it. Let's
shown by the women in Iran.
Let's do a prayer. Okay, so my last video was prayer for justice, so let's continue. Let me pick one underneath. Okay, Lord, I pray you will move the spirit more boldly in my life. I know that any sin can grieve and diminish the voice of the Spirit, and I pray against the temptation to sin. Help me crave your presence more than I crave sin. Help me grow in the fruit of the Spirit and so walk closer with yourself. I pray for guidance from your Spirit. Let your will and promises always be the meditation of my life. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. And check my other channels. IPU Team Sussex. It's a backup channel of this channel because I tend to put legal issues, certain things that I think the squad should know, but it's a little bit off of topic sometimes, but still related kind of thing on my other channel, because this channel, PYTE, YouTube is really putting a grip on it. So if I really suggest you subscribe to my other channel as well. Occasionally I throw in some videos, and I think lately I'm gonna be putting some videos if the case, the lawsuit with Harry and Meghan, Harry and the other celebrities, Elton John and Liz Hurley and all of them. I don't know, depend on how I feel, depend on the topic of the thing, most likely it will be on my other channel. So I really encourage you to subscribe to both. All right, but I will still be putting some stuff here. All right, so that's it. Thank you for your support.
For me, it's an added member of the family. It's another team player as part of the bigger team. And you know, for all of us, all we want to do is be able to carry out the right engagements, carry out our work, and try and encourage others and the younger generation to be able to see the world in the correct sense, rather than perhaps having a distorted view.